I forgot. So, we're just gonna roll from stand up to a takedown, work on your offense, I'll try to work on my defense.
Okay.
And then if we get in a position where I see an opening, I'll try to control you instead of just working on submissions on that. How long have you trained? A year?
6 months.
So even in the first 2 years, people have trouble with their takedowns.
Yeah, so that's a big one for me. So
just do whatever you comes to you.
Yeah.
I'll try to defend.
Okay.
Once you take me down, then on the ground, I want you to control me.
Okay.
And then if I see an opening and I flip it over, then I want you to defend so that you're not worried about a submission. Like, I'm gonna try to control you. That's the whole thing.
Right.
And if you got a submission, don't.
And that's probably where yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Okay. So yeah, that'll happen. So this is usually where I get lost. It's like I know I should be able to do something here. You good? Okay. You better just try and get it out.
Cool. No, that's perfectly fine so I can see where you're at.
Okay.
So the takedowns are there, and what I fail at takedowns, so I'm gonna assume it's very similar, is a hesitation.
Yes.
The non-commitment of penetrating.
Yeah.
So, knowing you have a background in striking and kicking, you have a range.
Yeah.
And what I teach in law enforcement is I need to involve as many joints in my punch, the foot, the hand.
Yeah.
The more I can include, the more powerful I am.
Yeah.
That's ideal, and I want you to be here. If you're there,
right,
I'm not going to do it. So if I'm shooting outside of my range, I'm not able to connect to your legs.
Yeah, and then you...
Right? And so what you did is you did, I think you took a shot.
Yeah. I went for the one with the single leg.
Yeah, and then you hesitated, but it's hard because you're kind of here, and what I did is I ended up just sidestepping.
Yeah.
And I did your weight. So what I told my son, same thing, is if you're in here, now that you're within my touching range, you're in range of me to shoot. So whatever my lead leg is, I'm gonna drop it.
So keep contact.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, you're fine.
But, and what I'm trying to do in a resting position, if you stand in a straddle, neutral position, I want to be within range, relative with this. I want to take a penetrating step because we think we're far enough.
Yeah.
I take a little strong step. My knee has to break the plane between your legs, like they're cellophane.
Yeah.
Boom. Once I do that, my head's got to be straight up. So the moment I go here, you can get me in a guillotine.
Right.
You know? So if my
that
head's
happens
down,
to me a lot.
so if I come in like this, now go ahead and guillotine me. You you could still get this, but now as you try to go ahead and secure it, get your hands in that ball socket and keep this head positioned up.
Yeah.
As opposed to this.
Right.
What you're doing is you're getting a 90-degree turn, and this is how the choke happens.
Yeah.
Right? So now, go ahead and try to choke, and I'm just all I'm gonna do. But not only am I doing this, my knee's here, but I'm posting on this leg.
Yeah.
Driving out. So that's what prevents the choke. So we're worried about getting choked.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens to me a lot. If I try to judo, my back gets taken standing, and if I try wrestling takedown, it's a guillotine.
I hate the judo because I'm not, you know, and I'm trying to think of, I gotta do this. So that,
Right.
this, and I gotta really commit to this.
Yeah.
But if I do here, that's when my back is hitting.
Right.
Or if I do this, that's when my back is hitting. Right? So if you feel that someone's gonna come in and do this to you and they leave that gap, lower your level.
Okay.
So like if I do in a defensive position, if I come up to barehead, right? I want you to drop your hips and squat, do a reverse squat. Or squat actually, yeah. So what you want to do, and then you're not so low, but you're basing out. So as soon as I come in here, and I lean back. Right? That's what I'm going to do on that one. So on this one, as I come in, for any kind of judo throw, and I try to get you onto me, I want you to just squat. See that little drop right there?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what you're going to feel if I come in. And if I come in for a shot, I want you to think of guiding my head and shoulders. So as you
push you to the side.
So you can even put your weight on me
Yeah.
and just feel that I'm going to have to transition to driving forward and up.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is just posting like this. You can even do an A-frame on my shoulders and head. Throw on my head. I'll do this.
Right.
So I come in and we're wrestling. You feel me drop.
Yeah.
So it prevents my forward motion. Those are the principles I think of and I fail at, but
Okay.
I don't want to backpedal. So it's more of a, let me put my weight on you.
Kind of a high sprawl.
Yeah. So you're eventually going to sprawl. I mean, that's the whole thing, but this is where I hesitate. If you take a shot, we're in here, we're in tight, we're clenched, and you drop to me. So if I just start trying to sprawl, you got my legs.
Right.
So I'm rocking my hips away from you.
Totally.
So they come in.
Yeah.
And
That
then
is all my power.
another
Don't
thing,
get crushed.
yeah, the big thing I've been working on this year is someone pushes me back, you just start pushing back. And I just start giving you resistance.
Yeah.
I'm going back.
Right. And use a lot of power.
So what I want to do is as you push me really aggressively, I might take one step forward, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the angle.
Right.
So that as you're pushing me forward, you're pushing me forward, instead of me getting on my heels, I'm trying to redirect you, almost like a bullfighter.
Yeah.
So as I push you, you can take one step back, but then I want you to take an offset left or right. Okay? That now allows you to flank me. Think of a firefight. I'm only effective in my fatal bump.
Yeah.
Now I gotta readjust. If my footwork is changing, instead of drive,
Yeah.
I'm having to drive you.
Right.
Whereas you're a lot more mobile on that side step.
Yeah.
This is why we do these.
Yeah.
Touching the ground. And we touch the ground so we're not bending over. So if we're here trying to do a takedown, trying to figure out who's gonna get an underhook, who's gonna do what. Now you're side stepping. I can feel the difference. I'm having to chase. You know, I'm feeling like the aggressor.
Yeah.
I'm chasing.
Right.
And with this, what I felt was, if you're aggressive, you're being the aggressor. You got smart now. Go here.
Yeah.
And then the whole takedown from there is a different thing. With the rolling, you can get on your butt. I learned this from Tanner, but I didn't understand.
Yeah.
A lot.
Right.
What I was doing is he's grabbing my wrist, he's grabbing my leg, he's attacking. I can't find it all the time. Now,
Yeah.
try doing this instead. Control the knees.
Okay.
Because you're dancing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, I can't get in there. That's what I do. I'm like patting, I'm grabbing, I'm trying to move the knees.
I feel real effective because I'm being active with the hands and I was doing that a lot. Or you're trying to get with your feet, I'm blocking your feet. But
right.
My posture's broken, I'm bent over. I'm not effectively attacking your hips.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. And you saw me when we were rolling or warming up. I was shooting it. I was chasing you.
Yeah.
And you're doing a good boot scoot on your hips and on your side. Sometimes you're gonna have to just get an ankle. But
get an ankle?
You might. But,
okay.
But that's what I was trying to do, or a wrist.
Yeah.
I'm trying to throw your game off. But on the offense, what I want to do here, if I'm controlling here, I need to get within your defenses. I need to get here.
Okay.
Or I need to get here.
Okay.
So
I keep trying to like do this that attack where you bring the knee in, but then I get wrapped up.
So here's the thing with the lead leg. The lead leg, I try to leave it ambiguous because it doesn't matter if it's left or right. Lead with that knee between their knees and then drive with the hip. So as I'm coming in, this is what I, you're not doing anything, this is what I want. So I can either underhook, and post, or I can start attacking and rolling Kimura. So I'm not going to attack right here, but that's what I'm going for. As I come in, post, hip, and then I'll roll over my shoulder.
So you just have one foot as deep as you can.
I need to get
in my guard.
Your tools right now are your hands and your feet, and your head, really. But you're right now your hands and your feet. If I can penetrate this, bypass the knee, and get to your hip.
Yeah.
Or this range. This is what I'm worried about.
Okay.
The moment I get to here, I'm closer to taking your back or passing and dropping my knee.
Yeah, I have like no defense.
Right, you have to readdress me. And it's the same principle as me driving you backwards and getting you off your trajectory. So
gotcha.
Here's what I want you to feel is that as I'm trying to penetrate, I want you to keep your hands, your feet, your knees, your face all aligned with my spine.
Okay.
So your spine in line with my spine.
Okay.
That's going to be your best defense.
So really, a lot of pressure on the knees.
And it wasn't really a lot. So all I want you to just think of is just...
You're like shifting me out of the way.
I'm trying to think of what's real subtle. Almost like kite flying, but I haven't done that in years, and that's a weird analogy. It's very subtle where I'm like, I'm not decorative.
Right.
I'm more like pummeling.
Like you're messing with me.
A little bit, yeah. And I'll do it with the head too, like in the stand-up.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to fuck with your head. So I want you to just think of touching my knees. Okay? I'm trying to move my knees. Touch you, get my connections. That's perfect. Did you see what I mean?
Yeah.
As soon as you got that. Now on this one, we did this about 3 times. We've been going over this.
Yeah. I get all locked up and I'm like, shoot.
We've been going over this on the backside. Look, your knee pass.
Keep going, just trying to go deeper.
Diana, does she get there? Excellent. So, anytime I got to this position, I even held it for a little bit, thinking you might get it. Boom. But don't worry, you can't do leg locks out, but go ahead and threaten them here in class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If anything,
should I be like putting the pressure on you?
You could, ideally. But let's just say you're not sure.
Yeah.
Back step, chest to chest. So let's go to this 3/4 guard. So, you know what I call it, quarter, half guard, and all that stuff?
Is it because you're on your side? You only have part of my body.
So, full guard, then clover.
Yeah.
Half guard, like that. Ideally, that's half guard. Okay. But this is the ideal half guard. I'm working here, I'm bringing this heel into my butt, and I got my knee shut, but I'm also actively throwing. I'm like an iron squirrel wherever I go. I'm trying to keep my whole shockers aligned and elbows and everything.
Yeah.
So here, but the moment you pass this knee over,
that's quarter.
that would be quarter guard for you as far as only that this.
Okay. And your knee is behind my hip?
Yeah. I get confused. Some people will call it 3/4 guard. It's my 3/4 guard or it's a quarter guard. But anyway, I call this quarter guard. Yeah. I would say 3/4 guard because I'm supposed to be doing full guard, but anyway, I'm not going to do right. But, so with this one, think of a back step, and if you can do that leg with your hand, like something just thumb in the back of my leg, like these top to these sticks.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do a back step. If you feel like you don't have that leg attack, go ahead and, now, you're going to separate my leg, and drive this knee over this way. And go around. So what you're thinking is, where are my knees going? Down this way. And you've got walking away, I can't do that. I can't move like this. So because I'm not 100% sure about this. Back up.
Okay, so you're back stepping, but then you're coming back around.
Yeah. If you feel comfortable doing that, so you're in dominant position and mounted, that's fine. So
Back step. Try to separate and then come back through.
You're driving, so think of my knees. My knees are pointing this way.
Yeah.
You want them to rotate 180 degrees.
Full rotation.
So see how
And then now you're getting my back, so I'm going to stay like this.
Yeah, you want to stay facing. So as soon as you see my knees go this way, once you get back into combat stance, get your butt off the mat, we're going to stop. So again, we go from this, we're going to back step, stay down this way. You can grab my feet, my knees, your direction, and now step that way. Grab the feet over here. And out. Okay. And that's going to be an easy transition if you find yourself, you want from quarter guard, now 3/4 guard.
Yeah.
You can mount it, and there's 1/4 step. So this is why I call it 3/4. So I think maybe this is your 3/4 guard,
Right.
and mine. Maybe at the other one's your quarter guard.
Makes sense to me.
You know what I mean? So I know this is where I get confused, but I know that I'm practicing. This is definitely less advantageous than the quarter.
Yeah.
So we can drill that again and do it in reverse mode. Stand up, get in a combat stance, drive my knees to the door, knee slice. So if you can, ideally, underhook my armpit, drive your knee towards the shelf or the rack over there. So you're gonna baseball slide on this hip. Drive this right knee there. That's the ideal knee slice.
Yeah.
But
so you got to get the underhook first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Without the underhook, that knee is not gonna get out.
Yeah.
Then another one is giving you the quarter guard again.
And gotcha. Okay, so.
And let's say you're fighting for that underhook. You don't have a good underhook. I'm doing this wizard. And you still want to do it. I want you to think of getting to this hip pocket, but now you're going to use this foot to actively weave in between my knees. So drop to this hip pocket. And now this foot's going to get between my feet. And you're going to drive that knee out towards the door. So get between my knees, not my feet.
Knees.
And you got to really ballerina foot this foot.
Okay. Ballerina foot, do the point, the demi toe.
Like this, you're going to lock up on my foot.
Yeah.
This, is what you got to do.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So if you get this, you have 3 options now.
So here, I feel locked in.
I'm avoiding this.
So back step, bring your knees over, go back through.
You can do that, but let's drop this.
Oh, I wanted to stay on that side.
Yeah, let's drop this knee on this side, and you think of just mounting. So instead of mounting it, put your weight on me. Okay. Don't mount on me. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So that little shift, that stimulus as opposed to like that, is in control of your partner. Or practice. You go ahead with the knee slice if you get a really good underhook. Really smash my shoulders. Yep. And then the other one where you got a half-ass underhook and I'm fighting it with a good grip.
You got the wizard. So this was where I'm bringing the knee. This goes in between.
So those are 3 options from there.
Okay.
And it's going to be determined on what you're looking at from me. Am I fighting hard?
Yeah.
Very tight. I'm being mobile to where I want. I think I can sweep you. So I'm going to try to hook your arm and sweep you this way because now you can't post with that underhook.
Yeah.
So if you have a half-assed underhook and I have a half-assed wizard, you can wiggle out and post. Now I'm fucked because you're going to mount. You better mount, right? Because if not, I'm wrestling up. So here, if you don't hook your legs,
I gave up the underhook. Let's see, so here it's harder when you're giving me go.
So you see that little transition there?
Yeah.
You're still posting there, not a big deal. You're going to get to the point where you're going to backstep them out.
Yeah. Okay.
And just work on that backstep them out. Backstep, redirect, mount.
Keeping the pressure.
Right here, chest to chest.
So
right
I
here,
already want to be in close.
sure. You don't have an underhook. I'm fighting with this frame. That's fine. What you're doing is doing the back step to drive my knees to the ceiling, and now look, you're just redirecting your knee. Your hips are above me. But yeah, you no longer gone south to my ankles. You're hovering from here to here to here.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not getting that back step. I'm keeping tight on you. And now you really have to fight for these underhooks. That's fine, but you're in a dominant position.
So I'm here. So at this point, am I still wanting to free this?
Don't even worry this, because now
Okay.
you're in control here. You got to worry about these underhooks.
So I want to get the better position. Both sides.
If you can get this is ideal.
Okay.
Because now my shoulders are on the mat and my spine is twisted.
Yeah.
I have no muscular support for my skeletal structure.
Yeah, you're
I have
stuck.
to fight. So even if you just keep your hands on the mat and I try to resist, trying to get up, knowing that I'm strong, right? As opposed to here. Now go ahead and pin me under the mat.
Oh, you totally. Yeah, you can put your hands on my hips and.
So this is where we talk about. It's not my invention. Iron squirrel.
Okay.
Elbows and knees are lined up. My spine is straight. My head is not compromised, because the moment that I lower my head, my spine's going to curve. So I'm kind of in this position.
Okay.
I can be here. I can be inverted, right?
So you're still trying to have a stiff neck. That's been something I've been wondering about too, because I get in these positions and I'm like, oh, protect.
Yeah.
But then.
So you're protecting in the chokes, definitely turtling that head, bring that neck in. But it's more of a.
But until that point, I want to keep my neck strong.
Yeah. So if someone's going to do a choke.
Yeah.
Brazilians talk about this a lot, and I didn't know it until last year, before I came here. This Brazilian black belt that came to 10th time. He said cervical choke, and what it is your C5.
Yeah.
It's that 90-degree angle that they get on that neck. That's where all the chokes come from.
Yeah.
So it's compressing that 90-degree angle, bringing the chin down to the chest with a forearm, with that cutting blade underneath it. That's where the chokes come from, not necessarily from the foot pulling up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is what we're feeling here is instead of me doing a Barbie doll pop your head off,
right?
I'm compressing.
Yeah.
And it's counterintuitive because as we begin jiu-jitsu, I was like, I'm gonna extend.
Right.
Whereas I gotta compress. And that little choking area, this is where your aorta is on either side.
Yeah.
This is the choke, and then my head pressures forward.
The blood choke.
Right. But what we always end up feeling is that.
Yeah.
So with you, the only time you want to defend this by tucking down is when you got that rear naked choke. But otherwise, if you're in a position, my neck is going to be kind of here. And I'm not exposing my throat as opposed to this. This little position right here basically strengthens my neck muscles. So
yeah.
All I want you to do is tilt your head back and you'll feel these neck muscles tighten up. And then now your elbows and knees are going to be lined up. This seems kind of really weird.
I like it though.
But this is what you're doing. And same thing in the seated guard. Go ahead and sit on your butt. If you got your knees and your elbows lined up, your spine is straight. You don't have to be in this position. But even on one hip like we like to do, your knees and your line is still lined up.
Yeah.
You're keeping your tools in front of you, and I'm not cross-facing you, turning your face, twisting your shoulders. So that's why sometimes when I penetrate, I'll start pushing the shoulder back, pushing the knee, because I want this alignment.
Yeah.
So that's what I want you to think of too. It's a lot to think of, but as you try to all I want you to do is step in here and do a back step. Step in here and do a back step. We're not doing anything else other than penetrating my open guard, and then I want you to back step this way. Boom. And if you penetrate with your right leg, I want you to back step with your left. Boom. That's all you're gonna do. From here.
Oh, wait.
It's as you penetrate, I want you to drive with your hip pocket. And I want you to hit me right here on my shoulder blade. If you come in with this one, I want you to just hit my shoulder, my front of my deltoid with your hip. That's what you're aiming
to my knee.
You don't have to drop the knee. You're aiming for your hip to my shoulder, but you're not going to get it. That's what I want you to aim and back step as you back step. There you go. Do it again. Gosh. I want you to make a little connection. You're not knocking me off. You're just making that connection. Cool.
Am I trying to connect before I backstep, or it's when I'm backstepping?
It's fluid. You're penetrating, but you're kind of trying to go through me, because what's going to happen is you penetrate. I'm going to be like, oh shit, right? I'm going to naturally, instinctively, I'm going to go back on my haunches.
Okay.
Right? So there's a couple of different things you can do from here, but once you start thinking of that, it's going to avoid you doing what we all do, which is, now you're going to do it, it's going to feel awkward. I want you to forward step. Instead of back step, I want you to forward step, penetrate, and forward step.
Yeah, that's what I do.
No, we all do. We all do. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
I immediately feel the lock.
Well, because what are you doing? You're getting in front of my tools.
Yeah.
But when you back
I'm just
step,
like, thank you.
Yeah. So when you back step, look, my tools are now facing this way.
Yeah. And
you can start thinking of different moves. So there's a Kimura, there's a rolling Kimura from this. And how have you done any Kimuras from the half guard?
Not really. I mean, I've had it done to me, and I've seen it,
So the easiest way to think of it is whatever wrist I have, I gotta get my armpit over the deltoid. So we're going here, the mechanics of this, armpit to your deltoid, I'm coming over. And as I reach over, I'm using this C-clamp to just drive or guide your wrist back. As I come over your shoulder, I want to stay high on the shoulder, coming here. Now that I have thumbs, once I get here, I lock this over to this thumbless grip. So you're going to see, if I hold it here, my wrist is compromised.
Yeah.
Whereas if I go here, my wrist is strong, my forearm is strong. So once I get here, I'm not preventing you from coming forward, and you're going to see this, I'm preventing you from going away.
Gotcha.
I'm driving here, coming over, and you'll see that as soon as I know that I have this connection to my wristwatch, I go thumbless. And you're going to feel this. I'm walking.
Yeah, there's that pressure.
But I'm also clamping with this elbow on the shoulder because it's a short shoulder lock. It's not an elbow or a wrist lock. It's a shoulder lock. So what we end up usually doing is novices, we go here.
Yeah, that's way loose.
Right? So I'm going to try to break your arm as opposed to I'm going to get that bend in your elbow. I'm going to touch the back of your head with the palm of your hand.
Okay.
So as you sit down, I'm going Kimura. The entry is what's real subtle, but this is I do. Boom, boom. And as I come here, I'm basically not trying to make the connection until I roll. So I'm going to hit you with my hip.
You're doing back step.
And I'm going to roll. So I'm thinking back step in my body, but I'm actually rolling forward. So this is what it looks like without you. Hand fighting, got knees. Control one wrist, penetrate, hip bump. This is going over the shoulder, and I'm rolling on the shoulder. With this, you're going to end up going, what the hell? And as you're trying to adjust, that's when I make that connection. And I walk my hips up to the back of the head. So
while I'm freaking out, you're slowly creating more pressure.
I can do it on either side. I don't like rolling to my left. That's just because I don't feel it, but I should. Boom. Wrist control. Hip bump over the shoulder. Knees. Wrist. Penetrate. Hip bump. And then when it becomes more fluid, I give him a little check with the hip. Not hit him in the face. If I hit him in the face, fuck it. His fault. Her fault. But I'm trying to do a little hip bump check.
Yeah.
So let's get like 3 penetrating back steps.
Okay.
And then control the wrist 3 times and do a hip bump check. And then we'll just go for a slow roll.
Okay.
Let's actually just do it without a partner. You're going to go whatever foot you feel comfortable with, penetrate. So if you're penetrating with your left, you're going to control the outside wrist. Hip bump over the shoulder and roll over your left shoulder. So as you're reaching over, you're tucking your head down.
Okay.
So you don't want to, you want to tuck your head.
Okay.
So, and you can squat down. You can even just drive into them with that knee.
Wrist control, grab.
Yep. and then try to grab your own wrist.
We're gonna be on.
You'll feel it. It'll be more natural when you have a partner, but I just want you to feel the movement so you don't turn your head the wrong way, fall on the wrong leg.
Penetrate, grab, over the shoulder. Am I going over the neck? Or no, it's just over the shoulder?
Just over the shoulder, yeah.
Wrist grab.
You can grab the wrist as you're transitioning. If you can get it before, cool. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
If you control the wrist and you don't ever get the Kimura, you've now passed their guard. Because all passing
guard. I still want to keep this hand on their wrist.
Yeah, so you're keeping that C-clamp until you get that wristwatch connection. Okay. Now try it the other side, because you're going to feel like you're goofy, but you're going to be fine. Actually, you're going to probably be better on the goofy side as you feel.
Grab. But I'm probably over here, right?
You'll feel it when I'm there.
Yeah.
Let's get you more. Just
penetrating left, grabbing right, over. No, the other one.
No, you're fine. If you penetrate with your left foot. If you penetrate with your left foot, you're gonna
grab the right.
Yeah.
Over the top.
And if you penetrate with your right,
grab with the left.
It's the opposite. Yeah.
So, down. Right, left, and then over the right.
So now let's do it with me. And I'm just gonna be sitting here.
Okay.
With a mat.
So penetrate right, control the left. I start with the thumb.
I told you wrong, I'm sorry.
Am I going over the back of your head?
So if you're going this way, your hips are going to come this way for that back step.
Okay.
Right? So
I'm going to grab over here. Oh, this is tough.
And this hip is going to come to the shoulder.
Oh yeah, hip bump. And then over.
Now I want you to get on your right hip and walk your feet underneath mine. Get your hips underneath my head. That's all you're going to do in this entry.
Okay.
And then we'll work on the Kimura. You're almost opening this up for you. Now as I start opening up, bring that hip to me. Let's say to my ear. There you go. Okay. Let's do that a couple more times. Just want you to get that in.
Oh yeah, hip bump. The hip bump, that's the key.
Let's use that left arm on this C-clamp. So as you go here, left hand.
Penetrate, left hand.
Just armpit over my shoulder.
Okay.
Okay. Now, before you roll, I want you to make that connection to your wrist. You don't have to get this, you don't have to get this. I want you to get there.
With my opposite hand?
So this is the hand you're C-clamping. With
so
this hand.
C-clamp.
You're opening this up, and then I want you to get this hand over my shoulder to right here. So your armpit's going to go over my deltoid and over your wristwatch. You're going to go like this.
Oh, on the inside.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then hip bump?
Yeah. And as you're doing this, see your thumbs? I want you to release your thumbs forward. With both hands, reverse motorcycle grip. Throttle your knuckles forward on both sides. That's where the Kimura Americana comes from.
Gotcha.
Your wrists are locking straight.
Okay. Okay.
So now I want you to put your thumbs back in where everybody feels comfortable doing this. Put your thumb back in.
Okay.
My opening is this way. You're not preventing me from going this way. You're preventing me from going this way.
Oh yeah, I can't. I just can't even grip you.
This gives you a tighter lock on both. Because your escape now is for me to go this way and for your hand to go that way. So if you reverse motorcycle grip, just makes it tighter for me. Now thumbs in. And squeeze, go ahead and squeeze as hard as you want.
Oh my gosh, I can't even hold it. That's crazy.
Reverse motorcycle grip. So all you're doing is rolling your knuckles forward on both hands. You can feel the tension in my arm.
Yeah, I can feel my forearm.
When you get there, there's a couple other submissions you can do here, but now you're ready to attack my back. If I roll away, you can do one thing. If I roll this way, you can do another thing. But I just want you to get that entry.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. Now I'm just going to add a little foot defense. I just need you to penetrate. Yep.
I didn't get my shoulder tight enough.
I know.
But there we go.
I know, you're seeing it. This is the whole thing. This whole thing is like going to improve your open guard defense.
Yeah.
Offense.
Awesome.
Because what I'm teaching you to do offensively, I want you to also understand defensively.
Yeah.
So as you come in, what am I doing? I'm hand fighting.
Hand tighten me.
I'm not letting you get control of my wrist. And if
Yeah.
you do get control of my wrist, letting me get with your feet.
Not letting me get in there.
Right. So you know that you have to simultaneously control my hand and penetrate my foot defense.
Yeah.
So that's that.
It's like the distraction.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. The hip check almost helps you with the shoulder roll.
Yeah, it seems like the hip check is a big key for me to get in.
So let's work on this. Sit down. Because this is where I feel, and you're just going to sit there. I'm just going to go.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
So I'm just going to. I can do this. I'm not going to do
You just crush me. Yeah. Oh, and you're okay.
So if you turn to your left, I'm going to do one thing. You turn to your right, I'm going to chase your back.
I've been in this position many times.
So if you turn to your left, I'm going to go down this way. I'm going to try to go.
I'm just putting myself in a worse position if I go this way.
They're both bad positions for you. And if you go to your right, I'm going to try to chase your back.
Yeah. And then you're just slowly getting more.
And there's a defensive position from that. But just knowing that I'm scooting my hips under you.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So you did the shoulder first.
I kind of tucked
Kind
the
of at
elbow.
the same time.
Almost, I guess, and it's, maybe I tucked my elbow on the back of your heel.
Yeah, you're like right in there before you even got your hip to my
I'm
shoulder.
really afraid to hurt someone by hitting them in the face.
Yeah.
But even though I put all my weight on your chest, it didn't feel like I was beating you.
No, it's fine.
So, but I really have to make that hip connection. So
Yeah.
you're not going to hurt me. Think of making that hip connection go through my chest. See? See, I wasn't a dick move at all.
No. That's where I need to be.
Yep.
And then you're just like bringing in yourself in tighter
So
and tighter.
This is going to be my defense. I'm going to keep my head in the mat.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I just tried to, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can't do the thing.
Yeah. And there's a crucifixion here. You can do this. Overhook you with your left leg. Now you've got my arm, and you can go start.
I just extend.
You can extend or start choking me with your left hand. You can start going for my neck.
Oh, okay.
Over.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm kind of like, you're getting different chokes from here.
I've been in this position too.
So my defense is going to be like, get my hand in that. I want to drive.
Okay. Yeah, and I think my instinct has been to do this more.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got my neck, but you just did the opposite of what I thought.
So let's review a little bit. How long can you stay?
Till 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with the stand up, I want you to just think of this. And as we're hand fighting, if you don't have anything, you are guiding with your head. Because we're not doing punches. So
Yeah.
even if we are doing punches,
Some straight wrestling stuff.
how effective am I with this punch, right? So I want you to push your head up a little bit,
Okay.
your forehead and your temples.
Okay.
It's going to be another appendage. You're using that to drive. Okay. So how effective can I get this underhook if your head is working on my shoulder, sternum?
It's a lot easier for me to defend this way.
So I just want your head a little bit forward. It's going to be a little bit rougher on your face. Post up.
Okay.
Like a little bit
Get
more.
my nose in
Get your
there.
hips a little bit lower. There you go. Feel the difference there. Now you're straight.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you can, go for an underhook. Go for a real deep underhook on this side. And I want you to underhook.
Yeah.
You can go from here to here.
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm here and you whizzer down, right? I've had this where I'm just walking it in, walking it in.
And you're going for my deltoid.
I really want to get here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I feel that.
Really drive my shoulder to the mat. There you go. That's what you want. So if I can get you here, I want your face in the mat.
Gotcha.
Same thing with the wizard. If you get that underhook on me, I'm going to drive the shoulder to the mat. You're going to beat me.
So you're trying to beat me to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and now both people in the same position.
Okay. And then there I do
Single legs, leg
foot
tap.
sweep.
Then I say no.
Okay.
You may not know how to finish, but you're getting to a better position.
Yeah.
And your seated guard, you can stand up and penetrate from there too.
Okay.
you can, from the seated position when you're down, if I'm not coming up, I want you to come up. And now, even if I go this way, what am I doing? I'm giving you my back, you pass my guard.
Yeah.
So if you find yourself where you're not in ideal Kimura, go chest to chest. Just get back up and go chest to chest and you're inside. So you got like a couple of different things. For your stand up, don't let me push you back. Side, 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 side. Work for that underhook. Put your head up a little bit more. There you go. That's
So like in your neck.
a little bit, yeah.
Or under your chin at least.
So you'll see in the video what you're doing is your Pez dispenser being open, you're turning my neck. So it's not always ideal, but
Oh yeah. Yeah. Feels like more of an assault when you're putting your chin
yeah.
or your forehead.
You're gonna get some cauliflower ear if you do it a lot, but just do it just
Yeah.
with your forehead. It compromises that spine. Now
Yeah.
with the openings, if you're coming in, if you penetrate and you go the wrong way, boom. You can backstep. That is gonna be a way better position than what you were doing is not backstepping. But
Yeah,
you're
I'm like
backstepping.
committing to the wrong.
Yeah. And I want you to think of here, another simple one is just lift this knee over and go over my belly and drive.
Oh yeah. Without having a back step.
You
Back
have
step
both.
seems more dynamic though.
Because it's
Maybe
setting up like it's
throw you off a little bit more.
It can because I might be locked up here in the sit. So if I'm sitting up here trying to drive into this on my elbow,
Yeah.
you can compromise my elbow by grabbing my wrist. And if I don't let you backstep, just drive your knee over my hip. What have I done? Absolutely nothing.
Right.
So you have a back step and then you've got an overstep with the knee to mount.
Love it, man.
And then the entry.
And then the entries.
If
That's
you don't get the
huge.
Kimura, you're just penetrating my defense. Even if you don't get this.
It's way better than what I've been doing. Love it.
We can roll from here.
Okay.
6 minutes. Just. Let my shoulders down. There you go. Think of control here.
So am I trying to
So
control your limbs?
land your back. This could be like a next session. I'll show you. Land your back. Side control. There's this yoga pose. It's like this.
Oh yeah, the crow.
Right? I don't know that well. Just one black belt showed me that. And I think, why am I doing this? I'm going to connect my elbow and knees through the body. Connect. This is coming through here. This is going to connect here. I'm going to put my elbow to my knee.
Matt's really good at this.
So now I'm putting my head on your shoulder,
Okay.
connecting through here. Now
One arm is under, elbow into the ribs.
this knee and elbow is connected. This knee and elbow we're trying to connect. You're right. Now get your footing and try to fit. So what you want, ideally, is a frame here on my hip, and you're using this blade. You can do a fist, you can do a blade. You don't want to do this on my hip, because if I hip over, you're going to wrist lock yourself.
Okay.
So either this or this.
Blade or fist?
It's on here.
Okay.
This is going to come across here. You're almost choking me with this cutting blade.
Okay.
Wrist working here. So the more pressure
This is my
iron squirrel.
iron squirrel.
You want to get this all connected. I'm trying to keep you open.
Yeah, I keep trying to do a big bridge, but what I want to do is bring knees in, or is it dependent?
You can bring your feet to your hips.
Okay.
Bridge and then get your ass pointed that way to hit this.
Away from you. Okay.
So the bridge works if you bring your feet in close to your butt.
Okay.
And I want you to bridge super high on your head like a wrestler does. Yeah. You can do that. Now, you're gonna face your opponent with your frames.
Okay.
And then your ass is gonna go towards that wall. That's your escape.
So it's just like a hardcore lateral squirrel.
Yeah.
Or shrimp.
Yeah. I can't bridge that well on my head, but I got this buddy who's an Navy SEAL. Day one, he can almost arch his back.
Yeah.
That bridge, and he just shucks me every time.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a stronger neck.
Yeah.
Just doing like wrestling type of neck stuff.
You'll see a lot more appendages. Like, I'm coming in, I'm driving with my head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're strong with your head.
Here's your frame under my neck.
So I want to do this and bring this to the hip.
Yep.
I'm just
don't,
trying to.
Don't forget the bridge. You use that strong bridge. And then now you can knee guard, knee shield, or shrimp again to get away. To fully extend like a good morning extension of your back.
I feel like the higher belts are always doing this. They're getting their knee. I'm like, I can't. So they're trying to escape less and just like getting more.
The biggest thing you'll feel with me, because I can't bridge that well, is like I need to fight for this and I need to get this hip. When I do bridge, I'm not hipping out, I'm more like shucking this knee in.
Yeah.
But what I'm suggesting you do, since you can do a really good bridge into him. Shrimp out.
Okay.
So what you do from here depends on what you feel comfortable doing. I like to re-guard.
Yeah.
And all I do is just bring my knee back in. That creates enough space for me to can open.
There's this big part of me that wants to stand up because of my background. I want to get out and get back up.
You can. You can. So if we do this, and you're driving, you're just the other side control. But you gotta get those frames in.
Yeah.
And you'll see this video. It'll help you with a lot.
This is a huge help. Huge help.